Miss Kendra.
Hi, ladies. Your name's Shonda?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Shonda. Where you call me from, boo?
I live in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Indianapolis,
I,
Indianapolis, Indiana.
yes, ma'am.
Shonda, Indianapolis, Indiana. How old are you?
I'm 45.
45. You look good for 45.
Thank
What do you
you.
do for what do you do for a living?
Yes, so I'm a faith and justice professional. I have three kind of tracks that I do that. I'm a pastor, I am a university faculty or staff in student services, and I own my own business.
Okay, and she owns her own business. So this is Shonda, Indianapolis, 45, pastor, owns her own business. And what do you do for the university again?
I'm in student services.
Student services. Do you have any children?
I have one,
How old is your
14 years
child? 14?
old.
14. Shonda, Indianapolis, 45, pastor, universal, owns her own business. One child is 14. And what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Gemini. May 30th is my birthday.
Gemini. All right, boo. What kind of man you looking for?
I am looking for a person who is kind and genuine, who, what else did I say? Intelligent, adventurous, enjoys nature, arts, and has an active life. Just really grateful and thankful to be alive and to do life with someone.
Okay. What's some deal breakers, boo?
Deal breakers: emotionally unavailable, people who are liars, insecure, indecisive, and not, like I said, available, not really sure about what they want in life.
And what's the age range you would date?
40 to 55. I think 40 is young enough for me to go. I
40 to
cannot
50.
believe it. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, is what's going on? You're in shock?
Yes, I've been sitting back here and seeing people in the backstage that I know. They like, oh my goodness.
Uh-oh. Okay. So,
Thank you,
all
Miss.
right. Does the guy have to be in Indianapolis?
I do not mind where the person is. I'm originally from Washington, D.C. I'm here until my child graduates from high school for sure. And so I'm open to long distance. Indianapolis would be great if there's someone here who fits the bill. But yeah.
Now, you led with being a pastor. So, does he have to be a man of God?
So the person does not have to be, as you say, a man of God. I would like someone who is faithful, someone who is committed to, again, their core valuables, their core principles. Yeah.
They're asking me to get clarity on when, because you keep saying the person. So, is this a man or woman?
It's a person. It's a person. Yes, ma'am. It could be a man. It could be a woman. I'm queer. I am a sex positive pastor. I pastor a church that is open and affirming. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they caught that in the comments. So, obviously for me, when you said pastor, I just automatically assumed, but I get it. So, you're a pastor so do you have a preference over a man or a woman?
I don't have a preference. Again, I need the person to be emotionally available. That's my preference, and very committed to their own values, and to know that God has created them of sacred worth. I have most recently been in a relationship with a man, but I have also dated women.
Okay. So you're equally open to either gender.
That is correct.
Okay. Just to ask, because I have a lot of transgender people that come on my show, would you date a transgender person?
I'm not a trans attracted person.
Okay.
So I would say that's most likely not for me. No,
Okay.
ma'am.
Fair enough. All right. We got the age range. Did I ask you, did they have to look a certain way?
No, you didn't. Again, attractive and fit. You don't have to be a fitness buff necessarily, but someone who takes good care of themselves, who is intentional to be healthy. And healthy is a very broad, because I don't want to suggest that I'm out here and I'm the one who is essentially extensively healthy. I try to eat well and work out or walk around, all of those things.
You know what? I want to see if you would. This is kind of outside of this, but I want to get your thoughts if you're willing to share. You don't have to because you're here to find love, but I just want to get your thoughts because I recently had a person that was transgender on the show, and I liked that person a lot. And there was people in the comments were saying, "Oh, how can you be a Christian woman and accept a trans person?" And so I just wonder, as you as a pastor, how do you resonate with that sentiment? If someone says, "Oh, you're a pastor, but you'll date a man or you're a woman," because there's a lot of people that feel as though you can't be gay and be a Christian or love the Lord. So I'm just kind of curious. You don't really even have to answer this question, but I just wondered if you wouldn't mind answering it.
No, I absolutely will answer it. I think it really depends. I know it really depends on how one is interpreting the text. I graduated from seminary 20 years ago. And back in the day, 20 years ago, I was that Bible thumping, you all going to hell. Homosexuals are going to hell. But it took some study. It took some serious time with the text and in conversation with the Holy Spirit to have it revealed, if you will, that God creates all of sacred work. The text specifically says, in God's own image, God created them. It does not say that God created her, created him. Our social constructs allow us to interpret the text in that way, but the text specifically says, in God's own image, God created them. The Adam, and not Adam or Eve, but the ungendered, androgynous, if you will, in terms of the Hebrew Bible, the original text. It suggests that God has created humans in God's own image. And so I know that people who love God can love in a variety of ways. And sometimes that means loving same gender affirming, same gender loving, and all of those ways of approaching relationships.
Okay. Thank you for answering that. And then I guess one thing I just now, because you said something, you said in the beginning, you used to be that person.
Yes.
Now, do you think at that moment in time, you also were queer or were you suppressing it?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. I do not believe that at that time I was queer. It's a fluidity, sexual relationship, sexual identity, gender. It's very fluid. And over time, in terms of being in study, in the Bible, in seminary, in relationship, over time, it became very clear to me that I was open to relationships with lots of different kinds of people. I think I remember as a little young person having, when you play house, that sometimes if you little girls playing house together, you do things with little girls in the house. At least that was my experience. And so in high school, I never dated female. But the older I became, the more mature I became, the more intentional I studied. And I don't want to suggest that I am a straight, specifically a lesbian. Again, I'm queer. So I'm open to relationships with people in general. So it's a long story, a deeper story. Lots of study is available on the internet, in particularly people who are Christian and who love Jesus. There's a lot of study and a lot of resources available for people who want to understand how to be faithful to God, but at the same time be open to the diversity of human relationships.
Fair enough. Thank you for this dialogue. Now let's get back to what you here for, girl. Let's do the Kendra Cam. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh, Kendra Cam. Yes, ma'am. I don't know if you saw me when we were doing all of this. I was like trying to make sure I could stand up. There you go. There's the body.
We see. Oh, you got a booty. We saw when you made it curvy, girl.
Thank you.
So when was your last relationship, Shonda?
My last relationship started in October of 2020. And so it's been on and off since then. So a lot of on and off since then, since October of 2020.
Okay, you don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
It has been a while. It was definitely within this year, but it's been a while. I can't say specifically because I can't recall specifically, but it's been a while.
Okay. Shonda, why do you think you're single?
Ooh, the question. So, for one, a lot of people probably, I won't suggest for yourself, but I see a number of your comments, a number of your viewers don't believe that there's a reconcilability of queerness and faithfulness. And so that rocks people at their core. And there are a lot of people who are LGBTQ plus averse, who are just very mean spirited. And so to reconcile that with people who are faithful and understanding that, it's a small pool. It has been my experience. But even deeper, I just graduated from a PhD program in May. And so I've been very focused on my career, focused on ministry, and focused on parenting, and focused on my church. And like I said, focus on being the best person that I could be.
Okay.
So it's been a lot of space.
And why would a person, open to men and women, why would a person be lucky to be with you?
I think because I am very sweet. I love my daddy. I love my family. I just love life. I want good energy. I don't want a lot of drama. I have dated people who have been liars and cheaters and really just didn't know what they wanted. And so I think a person would be lucky to be with me because I'm going to be loyal. I'm very sincere. Contrary to what the comments are saying, I'm not desperate. I'm absolutely fine if I'm not with someone, but I do believe I'm created for partnership. And so I just want to be in a space where someone else agrees.
Or someone else agrees. Let's do it. This is Shonda, Indianapolis, 45, is a Gemini, a pastor, owns her own business, one child. She's open to men and women, 45 to 55. They don't have to be in Indianapolis, right?
No, they don't have to be. It would be ideal, but they don't have to be.
And they can have children, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm 45, though. I don't know if I'll be able to have more children.
No, I said the person can have children already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. But you pastor in Indianapolis, so you're not going to move from there, right?
No time soon. Again, I have a 14-year-old, so.
Okay. All right, let's do it, boo. How you want them to reach out to you?
Shonda Nicole Gladden on the Facebook.
Shonda. So it's a middle name?
Yes, that's my middle name, Nicole. My last name is Gladden. To make Gladden, Ladden. And please, I know you have a very diverse group of followers and viewers. If people just want to come in and bash or talk about Jesus doesn't agree with this, be very, very kind of them to not join or try to meet me in that regard, because I'm not here for negativity. I'm here for love and light and joy.
This is what I will say. I can't control the comment section. So that's something I just can't do. But I will say this, and I think this is a disclaimer for all people. Don't reach out to anybody directly if you're not interested in dating them. So yes, if you don't believe in Jesus, that is your right. There's no need for you to then reach out to Shonda. Or if you have your own relationship with Jesus that might be different than hers, there's no reason for you to reach out to her to explain that. That is not why she's on the show. She's on the show because she is open to meeting a man or woman that does agree with what she agrees with. And I believe that is something, an overall respect needs to be given to our guests. Comment section, it is what it is. I wish I could say something about that, but I can't. But I do think we have to have a respect when it comes to reaching out to the guests. If you are not interested in that person, as in dating them, there is no need for you to DM them. There's no need for you to reach out to them. Y'all are grown ass people. Excuse my language. Act like an adult. It's a shame I have to say this to adults because this adults that do these things. You're not children. So yes, do not reach out to her directly to try to convince her on your thought process what your relationship is with God. You have the right to yours. She has the right to hers. Y'all go y'all separate ways. So yes.
Thank you, Ms. Kim.
You are very welcome. And what is your so what's your last name for Facebook?
Gladden, to make glad. GLA.
Okay. Is this it right here?
That's me.
Okay. So Shonda Nicole Gladden. All right, boo. I appreciate you coming on the show, baby.
Thank you so much. You take care and God bless.
You too.